everyone. I'm Mr. Garland, counselor at Russell Middle School, and I'm grateful to be sharing this time with you with the Odyssey Early Colleges and Career Options staff and students. And I'm doing this because I have a lot of students and parents who are asking, what is this Odyssey Early College and Career Options? I mean, we'll be talking about other high schools and things and transitioning after the new year. But this is a great opportunity for us to just jump in and see what is happening directly ahead of time a little bit. So I'm going to turn it over to the wonderful staff and students over there at Odyssey, and we'll have some follow-up questions and close out at the end. So if you don't mind just introducing yourselves and telling us more about Odyssey.
Sure. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a sophomore here at Odyssey, and I have been here for the past 2 years.
Hi, I'm Josiah Ruiz. This is also my sophomore year at Odyssey, and I've been doing Associate of Study.
Oh,
Oops. I'm Mrs. Everett, and I am one of the school counselors at Odyssey.
Hello, my name is Mr. Cooper, and I am our Dean of Instruction at Odyssey.
Great to have you all here. So yeah, tell us more about Odyssey. And I don't know, did you have something planned or should we just jump right into my questions?
So I can start. First off, what makes Odyssey different from other high schools is that we are an early college. And as Josiah hinted at, all of our students are working on associate degrees, and they are expected to earn an associate degree and graduate high school at the same time in 4 years for free. Our families do not pay for books. They do not pay for fees. They certainly don't pay for tuition. It's a really great program and a great way to get free college.
And if I could add something, I would just like to say that we're very accepting of different, career paths. Like for me, I'm doing culinary, and I'm taking mainly culinary classes for my sophomore, junior, and senior year. And so it's basically if you want to come to our school, we're going to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and we're going to put you in what you like.
Alex, what are you studying or planning to study?
I'm planning on studying sociology, but as of right now, I'm getting an associate in science. So I'm taking a lot of science and math-based courses.
And for my 8th grade families and students, associate's degree is a 2-year degree, right? So and excuse me for jumping in, I just had to throw this in. So after you graduate with your diploma and your associate's degree, what do you hope to do with that after that?
I feel. My
I know
plan-
that's down the road.
Well, for me, I have been exploring that. I really do want to go to another college so I can get my business degree, as one of my lifelong goals to own a business of my very own and make money that way.
I'm planning on taking a gap year and then going back to college so that I can get more experience in what specifically I want to study, so that I know more specifically for my bachelor's and master's.
Very good.
So, and I will just add that our associate degrees are awarded through Pikes Peak, and the credits that the students earn to get those degrees are guaranteed to transfer to other public Colorado universities. And so the risk of wasted credits or wasted time is minimized, because like I said, the degrees are guaranteed to transfer. So yeah. So these are not just, worthless degrees, I suppose. My degrees. They're real, honest to goodness degrees, and they are worth half of a bachelor's degree.
And
Excellent.
And like I stated before, like they're gonna put you in classes that you like, and that
Yeah.
will help you get the associate that you like.
What kind of things did you need to do when you first wanted to go to Odyssey? Like, how did you get in? What did you apply? What was that conversation like?
I would say that we did apply. We
Mhm.
had to make a scheduled time where we had to take a test to get into school, and it was just a common test that you take at the end of the year where it's like reading and math, right? And I'll admit it, when I first came to school, I almost like I missed barely the mark to get into school, but then I got offered a certain program which is called Ed Ready, which allowed me to get those points that I needed to get into school. And now I'm thriving here at Odyssey.
So, Mr. Garland, there's a how to apply, I don't know if you can, how well you can see this, but there's a how to apply, sheet that I will scan and send over to you.
Excellent.
And so the first step is to, complete a preliminary application on our website. And then as Josiah said, there is an AccuPlacer test that students have to take. And what I always tell particularly eighth graders about the AccuPlacer test, we are not looking for geniuses. We are looking to make sure that you learn what you were supposed to in the eighth grade. We just need you to be ready for ninth grade. That's it. We're not looking for, like I said, geniuses. We're looking for normal, average students. And so we just need you to be where you're supposed to be by the end of eighth grade. That's what we're looking for. So it's not anything they need to study for or stress out over or anything like that.
That is wonderful. I think there's a lot of anxiety about what am I going to do and how am I going to even make it? How am I going to qualify and all that sort of thing. So passing the AccuPlacer test, actually, is it a passing thing or is it just a placement test?
It's
Is it kind of in between?
it's a little bit of both. We use it to determine where they are coming into ninth grade. The real purpose, though, later on at like the sophomore level is to determine if they are ready to go into college classes. And so, for example, both of these guys would have needed to pass the writing AccuPlacer to go into English 101, which I believe both of you are taking. Yes. Yes. And so, and you can see like, so again, and I'm not shading them, but they're not geniuses, right? Like any student that's on grade level, we will prepare them to be college ready so that by the end of ninth grade year, they're ready to do college coursework. And the AccuPlacer ensures that they are in fact ready to do the college coursework.
Okay. And that reminds me, I thought I saw you have the AVID program there. Are all students part of the AVID program?
Yes, I can speak a little bit with Avid. So each ninth grader goes through, because we have a designation as an early college in Colorado, we're required by the letter of the law to offer a college prep course, and we do AVID. So, Mr. Garland, as you know, that's advancement via individual determination. And our AVID program is really focused around giving students those skills to be successful in any class, but absolutely the college classes. So our AVID teacher works with students on organization, planning, note taking, how to write a professional email to a professor, how to do career exploration, really just skills that college students need, how to advocate for yourself, how to come to a teacher with questions when you have them instead of just like, I need help. You can advocate and let people know what exactly you need help with. So our AVID program is really robust. It's a full year in the ninth grade, and every ninth grader takes it. And students really find that they're able to take those skills and immediately use them in our school and even beyond when they're taking classes at Pikes Peak State College, making those real adult conversations and communications with their college professors. Our students feel that they're ready to do so through the AVID program, and also my role as Dean of Instruction. My entire job title is to work with students so that they have what they need to be successful and that they can learn to advocate for those the needs themselves rather than always having me advocate for them. So we do a gradual release model on self-advocacy and things of that nature. So those are some supports that we have built in for incoming freshmen to ensure that all can access what we have.
So students who are concerned or fearful or worried about just their performance and everything, they're not alone. There is a ton of support. That is awesome. Advancement via individual determination, AVID. That's wonderful addition. I'm curious, and the students, what is your experience overall with all this so far? What do you like? What are you just pumped about?
Well, for starters, I will say that we as a school have clubs as well, which allows us to express our personalities in many different ways. I mean, there's clubs that involve music, there's clubs that involve writing, art. I mean, it's just a very diverse school, which is what I love about it. And that's why I chose the school because it's so diverse and so open and welcoming of anyone who comes into the building.
Yeah, and all of the clubs here, they're student led, so it's
Oh, wow.
run by students with a teacher sponsor who basically just ensures our safety and that we are doing things that are good for the school and our community. And then if our school doesn't offer it, like sports or like full theater programs, we can go to other high schools in the district, or if we're out of district, we can go to our home school and do it there.
That was my next question. Very, very good.
And you guys, because we're small, you guys almost become like a part of a family, right? When you say, like, it's almost like you're all brothers and sisters by the time you're seniors, you know? Everyone kind of knows everyone and they all make just great friends. Often I see students feeling like they fit in for the first time ever when they come here. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Did you guys shadow before you came?
Yes.
Yes, before I even decided to like this was my final school, I shadowed the program and I've also went to open houses, which if you don't know, that's where we show up all those clubs. But going back to shadowing, it's basically where you follow someone who is part of the school and they share their school experience to you so that you know that when you come to school, you know what to expect and you also know how comfortable you are with it.
I shadowed at multiple high schools, and this one was definitely the most welcoming. The students that were here were just so excited and happy to just have someone to talk to and just basic in a nice way show off all the cool stuff that we have at Odyssey.
I really like what I'm hearing about the family feel when you go through this. I mean, you're only in your second year and you have 2 more to go after this. So, I mean, I understand that graduations are real special and celebratory.
Yes, very.
I'm wondering, so maybe Miss Everett and Mr. Cooper could talk about what parents are saying. Or maybe students, your own parents, what are they saying about transitioning to Odyssey?
I can talk a little bit on this. So, what we really pride ourselves on at Odyssey as a staff is that we over communicate with parents on every step of the way. So each teacher communicates out to families once a quarter minimum, whether that be a call introducing yourselves or, hey, this is how things are going, or I need your support at home with this, that, or the other. But we communicate a ridiculous amount with families. So that is with myself. If students are struggling academically, we call home, and in those phone calls, we have the students make the phone call to their parent. And really, I'm just a witness to the conversation to help the students get started. So what we've heard from parents, especially this year, is that they really appreciate having someone at school that is advocating and caring for their student just as they do at home. So we've had really, really positive feedback from parents with the supports we provide and our communication with families. And that's a very big strength of ours.
Very good.
And if I could add something onto what he said. I would just like to say that like we also have programs where we also get to talk to parents and also bond with them and like, communicate with their students how like, if you have a problem with one situation with the other and you want your parents to be involved, we as students can also help with that as well.
And overall, I would say that, our parents are very pleased with, um, the support that their students get and that, the college process as far as them earning an associate degree in high school is very well explained. And their questions are answered, and they always, can contact a counselor to ask any question, because there's generally a lot of questions. And, we are just happy to answer questions and make sure that not only the student is happy, but the parent is happy, or at least, understanding of the process and knowing what their child is doing. So
I mean, that is just wonderful. I mean, just because it does seem like a big jump for some people, but nothing to worry about. You guys got this.
they're really more like a normal high school than you would think. Um,
Okay.
with, it's just our students are just much more focused on academics than a typical high school, I would say. They're very much more, interested in what their grades are and how they're doing with their academics and their success.
So that's really the individual determination and avid. So right there. So next steps. So you mentioned that there is some, not just shadows, but there's tours or visits from students and parents.
Yes. For one example, we have open house, which is where, parents and students come in and they look around and they see, like different parts that they might have not seen when they shadowed here or gave a tour.
Yeah, usually I think in February or March, we have eighth grade open house.
Yeah.
And then, but right now, a family can sign up for a tour and Mr. Cooper or Dr. Lampier, who is our other dean, will take the family on a tour through the school. And the family gets to see the type of students that we have here. And because I think that is an important feature or key to feeling good about high school for either a parent or a student, is going to the location and just kind of viewing who's there and feeling like, does it look like my kid would find friends here and fit in here? Or, are these folks kind of not my cup of tea kind of thing. And so, yeah, they can sign up and take a tour whenever they would like. They don't have to wait until open house.
And
Awesome.
on those tours, we take families and students around. They see the library, they see classrooms, they speak to students, and they speak to teachers. So the tour is not simply a meeting like we're having now where we sit down and talk about it. It's very dynamic, and all of our teachers expect to have tours come by at any time. And we really have a culture of like, we're all welcome in all places in the building at all times, and whatever we're doing, we do it well, and we want others to see that. So Mr. Garland, I'll send you some information about the tour scheduling process. And at the conclusion of the tour, we always invite people to sign up for shadows, where we will pair them with a student, and the eighth grade student would be paired with one of our students, and they go through their day and they go to the classes and go to lunch and really get to have a full day experience to find out what it's like to be at Odyssey. So if people are interested in that, I'll get you all that information, Mr. Garland. And I'll also bring you over some of our folders so that you can have those to show to prospective families. And that's what Miss Everett is holding in her hand.
Yeah. And that's fantastic. I'm going to be creating a link on my Schoology page for my eighth graders and their parents. And so they'll be able to see, I'll have access to all this. So I appreciate that. Any last words? Anything you want to really share that we haven't talked about? Something you want to just highlight, or just advice or whatever to students and parents?
One advice that I would give is like, if you need the help, please reach out, like, even though it might not seem always that, people are, gonna help you on that one subject, they are. It doesn't matter if it's like a student, a counselor, even your own principal or Mr. Cooper, he's helped me a lot throughout my freshman year. And, like, if you do come and you see us, like, say hi, do whatever, interact with us. I'm sure we'll be very, very kind.
So I would add too that one of the things that makes Odyssey so very different and so much like a family is that the staff genuinely and honest to goodness care. They care about your success and about your well-being. And if Josiah or Alex were to come in one day and not be themselves, I guarantee you every single one of them, their teachers would be like, are you okay? What's wrong? What's going on? Talk to me. What's happening? I have never worked in an environment where every member of the staff genuinely cared about the students. A lot of times folks are just coming to get a paycheck and you can tell. And that doesn't happen here. And I just love that about this school.
Well, and I know your heart, Miss Everett, and the other counselors, and it truly shines. And I hear it coming through the camera here, through the video. So I'm going to just thank you for everything that is shared, that everything, and just the invitation to ask more questions and to go visit. And I appreciate your time. I know it's a kind of busy time of day, busy time of year. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Garland.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.